too much, but Mitch, top of his game when it comes to Sentinel play. We did same thing. It is the battle we have been waiting months for, folks. Welcome to Summer Championships. Welcome to the Grand Finals. NRG versus Cloud9 Blue kicking off right now.
Look at this early aggression coming out from Cloud9. These are two explosive teams, and with the new IGL Vanity, he clearly wants to utilize Leaf's abilities here, and already taking quick space towards the sewer side. I like this from NRG, though. They're going to take things slow. You have one cam towards this mid side, Vanity spotting Garage. It's all but quiet here as NRG, after that early dash, that caused a little bit of shift from them. However, hasn't done too much just yet. Cloud9 Blue sure to cut noises. It feels at the moment that we kind of just have a three-pronged setup as a fourth and Vanity starting to come. You talked about Mitch using that utility. He's playing that lurk setup, and well, Sheriff shots ring out. Mitch has made the contact Garage, but the rest of his team is approaching the A site.
Indeed is. We did. Again, just very good nanoswarm in front of him.
Oh, they back away.
Very well timed too, but that's just gonna be NRG. See if they can even make this read. They do actually. They have two players over towards the other side of the map. C9 heading right towards that trap.
I think the main reason is because Mitch was able to get a dink onto Android, knowing now that this C site's gonna be a whole lot weaker, and that great util coming out from Android though. However, a return nade from Zeppla as he ends up going down, but that'll give at least his team a little bit of space. Sam's still in the back lines. Texas here to arrive. It's a great rotation in from NRG.
It really is, but can they get any picks off of these peaks? In goes Vanity with a whole lot of damage. A three-man peak at the same time. EU now in a 1v3, actually. Does get the reload he wanted, but he's not able to get the body shots. Leaf ends up finishing off the kill. And Cloud9 Blue, with the audible, they end up making it work.
Yeah, so many players from Cloud9 Blue just full focusing into that NRG rotation. Everyone coming through defender spawn. NRG, there are too many players to look onto, and when you're funneled into that one area, it makes it so difficult. It was a good attempt here. I mean, I think Sam does a great job in the back using that nebula to give himself some time, but as you see here with the overhead, everyone again on Cloud9 Blue just storming these back lines, and NRG, it's a difficult position. They lose the first round. It's a little bit of a buyback here. Tex, he's going to go for the Marshal, the rest with just Sheriffs, and on the Cloud9 side, it's one Marshal for Vanity. The rest are Spectres, and they're going to take things slow as Vanity already kicking things off. One nice pick as he pulls the star back.
Where's the body kill able to do more than 100, no armor? So
it's basically an op.
Yeah, the equivalent of an op on the attacking side. And you actually pretty much have full walking speed, so it's very dangerous, at least on that defensive side, but still Cloud9 don't really know if they want to get into too many of these long-range interactions, because look, an NRG right now, 3 players, 4 players over towards that mid side. Finally, at least one of them gets pinged. Mitch still on the lookout, and NRG, I think they've been thwarted, but they're still trying here.
Yeah, they're all just going to rotate again through spawn. Leaf is sitting in Garage. I love this hold because you have a tripwire. Back towards long just in case. That'll be activated, and Vandy's got plenty of time to adjust. Leaf looking to farm a little bit for this Blade Storm. He doesn't want to take too big of an engagement. Zed is here as well if he needs the help. And yep, they're just going to lock things in. And you can see in the back lines, we did is like, oh, there's a trap wire. I can't really do much now. 2 versus 5, and Cloud9 Blue keeping things very, very clean as Mitch is on the prowl. Could end up going down, but he doesn't. We did. We'll at least find one exit, so I guess at the most he's pulled one gun away, but overall I think the best thing is that he gets one ult point towards that lockdown. NRG off of the Seeker round. They will have the full buy moving into round number 3.
And this is where we can have a whole lot of fun. Cloud9 yesterday, and they play it out on Haven. I mean, we ended up seeing some real aggressive takes. Most of Cloud9's rounds, or really most of their impact, ended up coming up in that defensive side. But Cloud9, in terms of A-site antics, they got up to quite a bit. And the big X factor of those takes were at some points Leaf, and now he's on the front lines, already looking for something quick and short.
Yeah, he's got a Phantom here as well, and he is right behind, or Zeppla is right behind him, so they're going to use a little bit of util to clear. Leaf entering on forward. That's what you want, and there goes Weeded. That's the util to hold them back. Grabo will be popped, but there is still one in the back lines. That being EU, he is a rock here as he ends up going down immediately after. A great entry from Leaf and a great follow-up from Vanity.
Spike planted.
And it's very simple stuff. NRG, I'm sure they didn't intend it, but all their players caught out the 1v1s, and now one last person remaining. I'm gonna dash away from that grab while Tex has to run for the hills. Still has a Vandal and the only piece of firepower potentially that this team has. But Cloud9 Blue, this is good. Yesterday they came into a lot of very, very close scenarios simply because of their economy against Immortals, or their mismanagement of it, I would like to say. So this, at least, they have their cushion now. Slowly, things seem to be safer.
I think Cloud9 are off to a really, really nice start, especially on the attacking side, which is arguably one of the more favored sides when it comes to Haven. So NRG, it's a slow start. They're going to have to go on an eco here, and I mean, we expected this map to be super close, and I guess the fans did as well.
Yeah,
everyone watching. We took a poll. 50-50 is how you guys predict this map to go, and I'm in agreement because, well, what we're seeing is Cloud9 Blue kicking it off really, really well. It's NRG. We know they are a team that doesn't necessarily have the slowest of starts, but it takes them a little bit going here and now. They have this one reset round, 5 shares. This is a round where, okay, let's look to get ults online moving forward. It's Cloud9 Blue, who I imagine going to take things slow, try and punish early aggression, which we see here with a nice, lovely shock there.
You know, it's funny, NRG's really good at Haven, but out of the 10 times that they've played it, I think 7 of them have been actually dictated by all double-digit score lines, so 13-11s, 13-10s, etc. So could be still a close one. A slow start ain't nothing. We're still not actually seeing it take. Yeah, Cloud9 Blue still back over towards their spawn. It is decent control over towards that short side from NRG, simply because there was a second contact there. Now it's only one. It's only one over towards A period. One does rotate back. The Cloud9 still on that default, cheating back over towards the C site.
Yeah, all in the meantime, I was going to say Vanity is kind of just hovering around here, putting pressure, being something on this side of the map so it doesn't pull all the rotations to A. Nice shot coming out from Tex. I was going to say that it pulls NRG into a default, and then with that default, Tex is able to find first blood. Mitch going down. Now, what's the aggression? Alarm bot. Swarm, but they don't recognize there's one close left corner. Unfortunately, they don't end up going down to Sam as Cloud9 Blue approach this site. They have the bomb down, and it looks like NRG are going to attempt what they can. They can pick up one rifle, but that's about it.
Yeah. Sure. Could at least pick one up, maybe. Try to still chase up for a couple of these frags. Go to frag a little bit earlier. Zeta's going to be able to pick one back. Cloud9 continuing to stop towards that spawn side. Zeppa with another one. EU now. Last person remaining in a 1v3. Still has a Vandal, still has a chance. 76 HP now as he goes by. Zeppa now has a Hunter's Fury. Same thing with his opponent. That just so happens to be around the corner. Zeta taking down EU. That's a 4th round back, and like I said, Zeta already has that Hunter's Fury. A Bladestorm ready up in this next round. NRG, they have guns back and up on that defensive side.
Exactly. Tex is going to pull out the Operator. He's got Bladestorm to fall back on as well, so that's why we see that heavy investment. Next round, if NRG were to win or lose, we could see that Bladestorm. Even in this round, possibly, if things get dicey for him, it's going to be him and Android looking for an early engagement towards this A side. And, well, look at Cloud9 Blue. They are full setup here. And I think there's a Hunter's Fury setup here for EU as well. So as soon as Tex feels that contact, pop goes the Hunter's Fury, and it'll slow down that push. However, that Gravel, I thought was going to use a combination with that Hunter's Sphere. Instead, it's a counter back coming out from Zeta to gate space. And look at Leaf. He's already in the A site.
Oh, Leaf comes up from behind, but it's actually the point-blank shot from Tex off of that op. Vanity and Zeppa trying to invade the site. One person on the front line. Again, that is Zeppa. But EU in that off angle. He's down to 50 HP. Still trying to hold against 2 more players over in short.
Oh.
We did. Good timing. A lot of hustle to even get there. And we did, holding the line. 2 kills for We Did. EU desperately just trying to stay alive in the middle of sight. His teammates distracting for him, and it works. Round back finally for NRG.
Wow, Tex utterly denying Leaf on that entry, and then EU, the last player in that backside to lock things in. We'll see it here. Separating, right? You get that kill into Leaf, and you know Zeppa's typically going to be that second entry. EU with a quick rotation from A link right into the back of A site, playing that off angle. It's phenomenally done, and he's one of the most consistent players in North America, and being able to lock down that A site has just been a Sova's tradition. Cloud9 at 4 as NRG find the first round. We're going to kick things off a little bit slow. We Did has that ult online. Same thing here with EU, but you look in the Cloud9 Blue camp, they've got 3 major ults as well for an exec.
Indeed they do, but are they going to be potentially lined up in a group manner to even have a take of this sort? For the first time, they have a whole lot of control in mid, so it seems a little bit more likely. It's Leaf on the front side. There's a turret in terms of contact, but more importantly, of course, there's 2 players on each link.
Yeah.
Looking to crossfire, but double Nebula.
I love this Hunter's Fury, and you can see the position that he has, and it's lined up for both of the plant spots. And with Tex already deep in towards A Link, you had confidence that the A hit wasn't going to come. However, with that Hunter's Fury being popped, it's going to be a reroute. Gravwell alongside the Cosmic Divide to try and pull them back. Never mind, they're going to pull that star back. And look at this, they've gone the other way. It's a full fake from the side of Cloud9 Blue, and you look at the way the wall's positioned. Sama's got to make a decision. Does he want to cheat through the divide? No, he doesn't. Spike, I think, is free here for the side of Cloud9 Blue as Zeppa taking the logs position instead. As Leaf, look at this positioning. Already up in Garage. This is golden for Cloud9.
Indeed it is. This is one and done for Leaf. Indeed, he's going to be able to get one, but he's certainly not done. He could stay in that off angle for as long as he wants. Nobody's there for the trade. In fact, NRG, they're thinking about saving in a 3v5. Can't really blame them.
Yeah, especially when the last round comes down to you only having 2 players. Keeping 3 here alive is going to be fantastic because you'll have a guaranteed full buy going into that next. Zeta is just going to confirm that they're going for the save. That recon ball not being broken, not getting any tags. Cloud9, they 5th round, a fake. And I love the way that Cosmic Divide is set up because it looks like it's going for a hit, but in reality, if you want to, because of the fact that Cosmic Divide's positioned so that it blocks off defender spawn on the Z side, you can very easily rework back in, and that's exactly what we saw here. Cloud9 Blue catching NRG off guard. Again, though, those 3 rifles being saved, we still have that lockdown possibility for We Did. Will it come into effect in this next round? Because we know how powerful it can be on a map like Haven for retakes. You get it in Garage, you get it towards A Links, or at least that little corner between B and A. They can fully evacuate a site here, as you can see the buy for NRG. It's a little bit awkward, though.
A little bit. It's mainly, of course, I would like to think, still just force around the out. But of course, We Did. He could have a whole lot of impact in the round if we actually do end up getting NRG getting pressured out on one of these sites. Of course, just lockdown readily available. But the C site in general is being a lot more heavily defended, to say the least. Look at this run over towards the long side. That is Tex with a shotgun up, ready and raring to go with a person to his right side. That's Vanity.
Oh, Vanity might get caught on this cross. He's the one that has to pick up the spike as well, so he's been very, very cautious. And yep, timing perfectly there. I don't know if Vanity got the spot. You might have an idea that someone's gotten aggressive down long. I think he's commenting okay, take Garage, they take long, take some space back, and the combination of both Leaf and Zeppa is too much for We Did in EU. That's Garage control, and that's pulled rotations. But still, Cloud9 Blue, for these past couple rounds, they get picks, but they're not one to immediately set their sights on where those picks come from. They're going to slow things down, and they'll find themselves entering into the B-bomb site.
Here comes Tex. Gonna lose that op. It's all Mitch. It's all Cloud9 Blues now. And look at this, Neuro Theft at the same exact time, so Leaf could go a-hunting. We'll grab well in the back. Overall, Sully, just about the rounds. NRG just getting beat up again. I mean, I don't think it's anything too crazy. Also, that dash. Yeah, no, literally nothing wild. I mean, I think we've literally just seen like 2-3 rifle rounds now for C9 where they just went through picks.
Yeah, it's been super slow from Cloud9, and Vanity's traditionally a caller that will kind of go with the flow and go on the fly. And with NRG, we know how aggressive they can be at sometimes. I think Vanity's definitely done his homework. He knows that NRG are a team that like to get aggressive, and we've seen that. We saw that against Squirtle Squad yesterday on Haven, where they were just able to take map control, and Cloud9, Vanity making those calls, telling his team to play a little bit slower, look for picks as duos, don't try and give up these 1vx's, and it's worked out so well. A great call for a timeout here from the NRG side. As I think this is the moment where they're realizing, okay, Cloud9 are playing super slow. We're trying to over-aggress, but in other areas of the map, they are being able to find the first picks, and then after that, they slow things down immediately. So what's the counterback? I think NRG are maybe considering kind of hunkering down on sites, or even possibly doubling down on that aggression. Take the fights to Cloud9 Blue, and if that works out, then you could see yourselves in a situation where you bring things back 6-6.
I mean, considering how the C long interaction actually went, honestly, there was already a contact there. The fact that Vanity was already more or less wary of a person
he was ready
towards long is like that's already he's too aware. You know what I mean? So Cloud9, knowing that it's Haven, period. I mean, there's just so many opportunities to get flanked on. So even if NRG gets aggressive, Cloud9, they could just keep running defaults for the rest of the half.
I think here on this Eco round, we're not going to see really whatever change NRG wanted to do come into effect here. However, Perhaps they've gone for the ladder that I proposed, doubling down on that aggression.
Blocking sight.
This Tech's already posted up kind of deep into B mid. They've already rotated all the way to the A site, overcommitting into this rotation. However, we know Cloud9, they love to just double back. And yup, Tech's sitting here. He has a chance for a kill and a dash. I thought he had a share. Never mind. With just a classic. It's a little bit rough there. It is a little bit rough.
That's a little crazy, a little wild. You hate to see it. He dashes out right when he lands. Gonna be that kill back for C9. And still NRG thinking about that C defense. Only utility gonna be able to come out. Cloud9, very typical again. Just about 50 seconds left in the round. They've waited almost a minute to finally make their take, but NRG, they've read this out a little bit, stacking up the site. 2 players over towards that back line. Could have went a little bit more successfully, but of course it's C9 with the rifles. NRG going down one by one. One of them is still fighting. We did still back with another pick. You have a couple of shock darts back, so at least some sort of hope in terms of util, but it's gonna be Zeppa to clean things up. 7-1 to start off already.
Yeah, and that's 2 kills back to that showstopper, which will be very nice moving forward. Now again, NRG, just an eco round. This is where maybe we'll see that tac pause come into effect. What are the changes going to be made? The op again here for Tex. 3 ultimates as well here in this round. So this is the round where you hope NRG, right? You're at 7-1. You need to try and pull things back ASAP, or this game really falls out of your control. And we talked about that map when how kind of it favors Cloud9 Blue when we head to that second map of Breeze. NRG, I'm not going to say a must-win here on Haven, but it certainly would make life a lot easier moving forward.
Sure could be. Oh, Tex. Oh, Tex.
42.
42 HP. I mean, it's, speaking of things that could just make life easier, I mean, big picks over towards the mid side, but more importantly, EU and we did. Look at Long. Look at this crossfire. C9, yes, currently on the default, but this is where it could come back to hurt them. Now it goes back that owl drone. The gravel still holding it back. They blow up the owl drone. So now C9 simply, they have no idea if anyone is playing close.
Ooh, but they've got, yeah, I was going to say, they only spot we did. Do they clear this corner? Bandit is going to walk through unaware, caught off guard. EU to hold it down. He's dancing with them all, and it's 3 for the side of NRG. 3 versus 2, though. That's open up the A site at the very least, but Zeppa, he'll be met here by Android. I don't know if they know that he slipped into the backside, and this is a perfect position to play from.
Yeah, but they're still going to watch him. Android. 6 shot onto Mitch. Doesn't even matter if they knew it or not, but in comes Zeppa! Dashing in off the satchel, now in a 1v2. The flank is coming in quick. Spike goes down right in time. Zeppa can play this out. Gonna be able to get the first.
Back.
Does he know that the player's over in shorts? Oh, the peek back, the 180, but he just simply doesn't peek for long enough. Zeppa. A one-man swivel, a one-man turrets, but it's going to be NRG with their first round in a good bit.
Yeah, so it looks like NRG have elected to not necessarily double down on the aggression, but definitely get a little bit more. You see that push towards long, Tex taking an aggressive peek in a garage. You win out those fights, and Cloud9 Blue getting caught off guard here, especially by EU, and that bait and switch for the gravel, and we did taking the bait. You never would have expected EU to be in this position, so well done to NRG to find their second, and it comes down to this 1v1, and Zeppa, I mean, we saw him win a 1v5 on Haven against Immortals. I wouldn't have written him off in that 1 versus 4 or 1v3. And RG, you didn't even use a single ultimate in that one, so they'll have their 3 ults to play with here. It's a full buy for both of these sides. Another mid-heavy play coming out from the side of the Cloud9 Blue, where Android unfortunately going to be forced off early by that owl drone. He'll concede a little bit of control here as Cloud9 Blue are quick to take this space.
Yeah, no, there you go. Quite a bit of control, in fact. Now Cloud9 full control here at the B site. How did that showstopper not connect? It hits right onto the wall. We did around the corner. Android with another showstopper gonna bring, at least gonna bring things on back in terms of damage, but not in terms of body. C9 still surviving with 4 players. NRG, no other hits, but again, it's just a funny thing to me that there were 4 people from CD Link.
Look at
this
Tex.
A site take could actually be possible. Tex still trying to hold it down. Cloud9 dashing their way in, but they finally have the coverage, and they'll get the spike down for a 4v5.
Yeah, that gravel really coming in clutch, but a lockdown here. Oh, Oh my goodness, Mitch! He expected the lockdown play and he said, I'm gonna get aggressive and try and deny it. Well, he's already got two. Does he want some more?
What?
This is a great shock dart. These shock darts are gonna take it all down, and he's trying to body block Weeded. Even ends up going down. It's a 3v2 in a disastrous situation for the rest of the NRG camp.
No way, Weeded was trying to body block the shock darts. And now Cloud9, again, it has to be all there. 2v1. EU can do nothing but back out. There's barely any time. There was just about
One enemy remaining.
was just about right for EU to go in. But again, it's going to be NRG going down. Good stuff from EU to even get those last few kills. Cloud9, they lost the round before, so their economy might not be the best, but they know for sure that they have another round under their belt.
Not at all. Cloud9 are perfectly fine. This phenomenal idea for Mitch to understand that the retake possibilities, right? Two major ultimates, Cosmic Divide and a lockdown coming to play, and he almost had it. It almost bounced off of him. NRG, close. Very, very close in that situation. But Cloud9, a phenomenal recovery off of that gravel that Vanity 3 to allow, or to disallow Tex to take that peek. And it's NRG that'll have to work with the lesser credits. Take one eco here, saving the op could be very, very big as triple mid push. Recon Bolt doesn't tag anybody out, but they're still going to use the hour drone, I imagine, just in case from Zeta. It's Zeppa alongside Leaf, who is peeking towards mid here, and Zeppa needs to be careful because he's just one of the players. There's the second. He knows two have taken this engagement, and he's got that information, and look at Vanity on this side towards C.
Yeah, lots of players still coming around. And at this point, there you go. There you go. Attaboy, Vanity.
No.
That's what he gets, bro. That's what he gets. A lot of these players from NRG
waters.
and C9, they've been quite lurky in the last few days, and especially in this game. NRG feeling out the aggression. Not bad to shoot some bodies sometimes. Still a 5v2 though. NRG, they're just running out of hope. Good thing they didn't buy this round, but they still have that op. They still have a couple. Still have the sheriffs this round. You'll be able to save up a vandal, but again, last round coming up next.
Might want to save the op, but I don't think he had any intentions because he knows he can buy in the next round nonetheless. We did. All I think this man would love is a couple of ult points, but even then, I don't know how close he's going to get to getting that lockdown in this next and final round of the half. NRG. Stumped.
Come on, Mitch.
On the defensive side, Mitch is even going to find that kill. So a 9-2 start for Cloud9 as we look to close out this first half. It'll be NRG that have, even then, a very shaky buy. Texas is at least going to have the ultimate to work with, and so I think maybe it would have been our call to save that operator. I don't know if he knew what the plan was for this next round, but I think having that op would have been a big, big bonus. You look at the Cloud9 side, they've got everything they could have ever wanted. 3 ults as well, and for NRG to close at a half like this would not be feeling too good.
No, not at all. Not at all. NRG. You actually got to feel kind of bad for them. Because they could, I mean, they could have realistically salvaged 4 or 5 rounds. But in we go. It's actually a quick takeover towards C. Nade over towards the back line. Hunter's Fury going down too with triple Nebulas at the same time. Good little setup there from Cloud9. But it's going to be the full rotation from NRG. 4 players wanted to approach A long, but unfortunately nobody was there. But now in comes the rotation. Might be able to get another one. There you go. 2-man advantage for NRG off of this retake. Gonna be that first contact from Vanity, but he goes down quite a bit of HP just to a Spectre. But watch out, Zeppa still around the corner, has double satchel still. Winning up for the contact in long. Zeta actually gets it. All 3 players now for NRG out towards the defensive spawn, and out goes EU with a double. This is a 1v3, folks. EU can complete this, but he just needs the information, knows that Zeta is over towards Cubby, but he just simply has no time. The delay is good, and that's gonna be a banger to cap off the half. C9, a textbook take of the C sites, get double digits before the half is over. Folks, the second half starts right after this break. We'll see you in a little bit. Welcome on back, folks. I don't think we need to encapsulate the first half by any means. You see the score line, and if you know anything about Valorant, that's not a very pretty score line if you're NRG. Cloud9 10-2 up on NRG going into the second half. This is only map number 1 of 5, folks, here in the grand finals of Summer Championships. Welcome on back in. And actually, off the bat, NRG is looking for something big in mid.
Standing ahead.
Does feel like it with that recon bolt going out very early. It's a quick take to the B bomb side. Zeppa and Leaf nowhere in proximity to play this one. These shot darts, though, I think they understood Vanity.
Spike down, B.
I think I had tried to throw a gravel, but only shock darts ended up coming out, and he's going to retreat all the way in the garage. That's a lovely play. I don't know if that was a play called by Vanity to instantly back away and shoot shock darts to see if that was planned or if this was expected. But, well, Cloud9 Blue have the man advantage.
Here comes one Leaf with 1 kill. NRG still with 2 players right in the middle of site C9. This is definitely a golden opportunity because look at Zeppa being insanely careful of this back line purely because long control is still of C9, but there goes Zeppa, gonna be able to get one. Android with a couple of taps on. Now it's a 1v2. Now it's a 1v1. Excuse me. Throws out a satchel. And that's really the only dying light. Zeppa gonna be able to control that one down 11-2. And Sully, what is the cliche?
You gotta win the pistol if you're down anything more than 8-4.
Yeah.
NRG, they don't get the pistol. It's a rough start because now Cloud9 Blue basically is forced buy up after the second round pistol win and then a bonus round away from winning out the game. NRG, we know they're gonna have to force, and again, I want to fall back to that idea that if this was a call made by Vanity, says, I mean, Vanity's that kind of guy that would understand these kind of calls and have this homework done, this research done out. And NRG,
Yeah.
I don't know if we've seen that mid play from them on the pistol round, but if Vanity made that call, props to them. NRG gonna go for another mid play, it looks like, as Cloud9 Blue a little bit more ready for it. Instantly, they're gonna start to peel away. It's the exact same thing as the pistol round.
Yeah, almost literally, except this time with a tripwire. I think that's literally the difference. Yeah. It's full control over towards backside. I mean, not gonna say the same because NRG's whole goal last round was to go to C and take that connector, but even then, still very much the same fashion. Leaf gonna be able to take one in the back line, gonna be able to make it 2. NRG, this defense in the middle of the B site gets a little bit tougher, but again, equal weaponry. What can NRG pull off from now on? Oh, Vanity. The one pump gets it done onto Whedon, and Zeta continues his reign of terror, holding W down to the bottom of mid. Cloud9 Blue came into this with the man disadvantage, folks, and they're able to survive off of it with 4+ in the bank. 12-2, Cloud9 1 round away from securing the first match.
Match point.
And what a statement from Cloud9 Blue here in map 1. I mean, this is the map pick and one of the best that NRG have to offer, and I'm gonna reiterate the fact while we have this little bit of downtime, this was a map that you, the viewers, expected to be a 50-50, and I was in complete agreement. Well, clearly, it is nowhere near that 50-50 that all of us were expecting, and with the rest of this map pool, with Breeze being the second, one of the best that Cloud9 have currently at a 4-0 record in Summer Champs alone, NRG, it feels like this is the worst possible start. And we'll see if they can maybe pull something back here as a Vandal forced up for Android. He's going to have no shield at all. Cloud9 Blue. We see another regression here from Leaf and Zeppa, but I think they got spotted out here by Tech, so they're going to start to peel away just a little bit. NRG to rework themselves over towards the back of mid. But for now, it feels like there really isn't a congruent plan that they have in their minds. I mean, where do you even want to go from here?
Oh. And Cloud9 can just continue to punish them potentially for their lack of initiative. Those Guardian shots were looking just a little bit more dangerous, but of course they just got a whole lot of information, spotting a whole lot of heads, a lot safer over towards that A area. It's only going to be 1 contact, but yeah, I don't really know if Cloud9's current comp is that great for retakes, but they're just going to have to depend on Zeppa, and he goes. Going to be able to get 1. It is only 1 for now. Leaf in the back line with a second contact, and that second contact is gone as Cloud9 Blue, they maintain a 4v3.
Oh, that Nova Pulse coming in is huge. Leaf, a tiny gap in that smoke, and he wanted to get aggressive. It's Mitch here already on site. There's one to his left, one to his right. He's going to take the fight. Android is going to win it out regardless. 3 versus 3 still. Leaf on low HP. And well, Sheriffs, they can be deadly here. We did dancing around underneath. This could be a round where they end up staying alive. However, it's a 3v2 suddenly, and it's knives pulled out. That should be the game, or that should be the map. Cloud9 Blue taking it 13-2, and NRG, it will drop the first map, their own map pick. start and some footing underneath you is going to be crucial.
And by the way, I was just looking at the just as a little side note, what did the other teams ban against Cloud9 in the semifinals and the quarterfinals? That map was Breeze. NRG, good luck. It's gonna be a tough one, but in we go, folks. Map number 2 of this best of 5 grand finals going down. Leaf over towards that mid side. It's already a 2-man take from Cloud9 over towards the mid side. It might just be a B split though.
It does feel like it. You see Zeppa kind of just hovering around. It's going to be weeded to pop that orb. I don't know if he has any snake bikes. No, he's got none. The wall and the orb going up, trying to delay and draw players, at least from his side, back over to the B side. However, him getting caught out. Now they've got no post-plant util.
Oh.
The spike defuse gets a little bit more difficult. Still Zeppa hovering around this mid side. Tex is looking for a flank. And NRG, they are spread out throughout this entire map.
Okay, Zeppa still fighting out that mid side, but a decent battle in terms of damage. Hello, Leaf! A second kill on 13 HP, and Leaf is still alive? Vanity now is the other person over towards short, but these last 2 players from mid aren't gonna go there. And Leaf, again, 13 HP. Is he gonna get a 4th? Leaf with 3 kills to cap off the round with less than 15 HP. Again, it's a pistol round. He doesn't have armor. 1 bullet would have been able to do it. And man, oh man, Leaf, nice little round as Cloud9 do a B split.
Nice opening round, NRG. I mean, it felt like on this retake, it was just so scattered. Like, you didn't even step foot into the site. Tex was down over towards bottom mid, trying to get a flank from a cave, and the rest of his team is top mid, trying to do something, and Cloud9 Blue just stomped them. NRG, they're gonna go for a 5-man push towards this mid side, see if they can amass anything with these class 6. Cloud9 Blue, however, set their sights here towards A. We'll see a solo lurk setup towards mid here.
Oh.
It's not going to be the duel that's going to end up going down. They're just working their way through elbow, walking their way down. It's a free sight here for the side of Cloud9 Blue, whether or not they realize it. And I don't know if Vanity is going to realize this flank is coming in. This is the engagement that we want to see happen, and maybe you charge up that ult.
Oh yeah, no, Vanity is going to be very thankful for this, for sure. Here goes one. Tap away. Come on. Maybe one more. Yeah, he gets the one more. Everyone else for this team over towards bottom mid. We did still gonna be able to get one on Zeppa. Vanity. Actually, he was fading away. He ends up getting one through the box. But we did another headshot off of the classic. That's actually starting to feel a little bit more economic damage than necessary, I would like to think. But Cloud9, they stay alive.
Only losing 2 players, and with one of those players being Vanity, who only had a ghost. The second, Zeppa, obviously going down with that Spectre. It's pretty light reinvestments. Holy, we are seeing a 3rd round operator. Not even a 4th or a 5th, a 3rd round operator pulled out from Leaf here, as he's currently 5-0. And well, we know how good this map can be for operators. All these long range engagements can definitely be super beneficial. And how does this come into effect? Let's wait and see, as Leaf is going to take his opping prowess down towards cave. You see one on top of the inner pyramid. That being Som, as he's got a nice angle of elevation, but spotted out now by the Aldrin. He's got a fall wall, goes up, and EU, at least good to find an opening pick towards halls. That's going to at least give a little bit more momentum to the NRG camp, and Cloud9 Blue slowed down because of the util that NRG are tossing out.
That guiding light, not actually hitting anything. Android going back to a safe position, pulling out the Trailblazer, taking on Zeppa, and that is perfect timing off the Trailblazer, because Zeppa runs into a 3-man crossfire. He goes out. Everyone else for Cloud9 just getting overwhelmed in A main, and this is smart from Leaf. Leaf could honestly just bait the fact that he still has the op and just stay there with the Marshall, just like wave the Marshall in the air. They're gonna try to save it, but there you go. Ah, cheeky, made him waste a dash too. But the end result was still the same as it was just about 10 to 15 seconds ago. NRG with a big round.
If you look back at this replay, it's a big kill from EU, and this util that comes out, especially from Android sitting behind those boxes, it's forcing players back. He tosses out guiding lights as well. It's difficult for Cloud9 Blue to try and navigate through that cave with all this util coming through, and one of your lurks over towards the halls, that being Mitch going down early. For now, it's an eco, or apologies, a forced buyback, and eco technically for Leaf, as he's just going to try to get into this orb. But you see 3 players are looking to deny this, just swinging the smoke. Is he going to get out alive? Just barely, as Zeppa's going to get caught off guard. It's a 1-for-0. Finally, Zeta will find a trade back, and eventually NRG, they get the job done. They deny Leaf the orb, and now he's playing without a rifle. Or apologies, now I think he should have picked up Zeppa's rifle, but still denying that information and taking full A main.
Right, you could say that, but still, a Hunter's Fury being expended. Still very much successful. See how the rest of Cloud9 even wants to treat this, because Mitch all the way over towards mid, already flanked through that tunnel side. Ends up going down. The middle of the B site, though, completely empty, with a Viper's Pit going up, Leaf around the corner. Yet another play with low HP and nothing but a classic. And he still gets another one, slithers into the back line. And look at this. He's actually gone back to join his team over towards B. A 3v3 now, as most of the players from NRG are actually back over towards B main.
Full snake bite as well here for Vanity, sitting in the back. Here's the footsteps. He's not going to swing. He's actually going to get caught off guard. EU is full running. And look at this. Everything is falling apart. Leaf here alone. And that is something else from the side of NRG. How does the retake go that fluidly? It starts with one kill and Vanity caught off guard. It's a second round in for NRG with just enough time. Cloud9 blue. That was their round to lose. They had the Viper's Pit up. 3 players live in the site. Postman, Utel galore, and NRG will tie things up despite the sluggish start.
I think that Viper's Pit was a little bit too much of a situation, like dragging a moth to the flame. AKA, I mean, once you put up a Viper's Pit, you just feel like centralizing yourself towards it. You just did not have enough control from Cloud9 Blue around the site, period. And it just ended up being a red carpet from B main for these NRG players. So there you go. That's how that last round ended up working, but we could see a lot of the same, at least for C9, if they want to go a little bit faster. Most of their players over towards that mid side could split over towards A in what has to be a big war, because NRG has 4 players here.
Oh, Leaf missing out on that first dagger. He's going to go for a little bit more whipping.
Oh, there you go.
But he does get it at the very end, and a double from Leaf, making up for the missed daggers. He's even going to find 3. It's perfect coming out from Leaf on this entry, and well, on an eco round, Cloud9 Blue have cracked open this A defense, and NRG are left staggering in a 2v4.
Dude, this guy went from missing every single one of his knives to getting a 3K off of those same knives.
One enemy remaining.
No lucky recharge there. Zeppa trying to run on away off of the dismiss, and indeed is going to stay alive. Tex still has to hold things down with the op. Look at his economy in the bottom right corner. That is quite the rebuy there, I would like to think.
No.
Just him being off 200 credits. That dash, quite scary. Leaf could be above you, my friend. And indeed, Tex is checking. And Tex is going to run on by Leaf, who ends up getting a big kill. Leaf makes it all happen. 4 kills for him off the eco of C9.
80% of his kills have come from the pistol, and this round as well. Leaf, phenomenal entry. I mean, he makes up for those first missed daggers, and finding a 3K here to open up this site, it's textbook on an entry like that. You make that A split work, you see the wall going up, and it's a quick play in, and it catches NRG off guard. Cloud9 will buy back after winning the thrifty. Economy is looking pretty solid here in the NRG camp. It's not the best situation. EU is going to buy the operator, as Tex will use the Blade Storm here, and EU down towards Halls. It's a first pick. Mitch to go down as Leaf looking for some kind of drawback in EU. He can hold this as long as he wants. He really can't do anything to punish him in this angle, because it's just such a risk to take the peek.
And the recon bolt's not going to catch anything either, so at this point it's just Leaf running on back. Still has the option. Holy moly. Tex is in bottom mid. Tex is in bottom mid, and he ends up getting one. Has control of Spike. Spots Spike in the left corner, but Vanity has him from behind. Android has him from behind. Oh my word. Trades galore. At least if you're NRG, C9 left in shambles.
They should have information that a good chunk of these players are posted up on the B side, and they might not be ready for this engagement. Leaf, pull your gun out. Pull your gun out. He dashes into them. Leaf, I think he was trying to dash away. I would hope so. You don't intend to dash straight in forward. 40 seconds left. Zeta.
There they are.
And almost an impossible 1 versus 3. Flash goes out. Great flash from Android. It's going to force him back. There's even some on his backside. He's got to dance between so many different players, and he can't find Weeda to kick it off. It's 3-3. NRG tying things up after aggression from both Android and Tex in that first pick, finding itself in alls from EU. Cloud9 Blue, because they won the thrifty run and had the buyback, they will have enough at least for one more.
And a big one more at that. Mitch actually committing to the op again. This is, I mean, we like to claim a lot of maps in CS, and potentially maybe like one now in Valorant could be a sniper's paradise, but Breeze is almost literally that. These long ranges have just been facilitating these op battles again and again and again. And NRG could be sure to take advantage of that again, but are you kidding me? Zeta knows the pressure, but he pulls out his knife, and there goes the punish. 3 players go down off of the rush from NRG. Mind you, this is a full buy from Cloud9, and they all just got dispatched over NRG. Lots of pressure in A main for sure.
Yeah, again, NRG getting aggressive to deny that orb, and it's Zeta that was looking to grab onto it, being 6 of 7, or apologies, 7 of 8 away. And this is the engagement. They're ready for it. Android goes for that swing, gets the timing almost perfectly. Deep paranoid allowed Tex to swing to the cave. It's textbook aggression from NRG here out towards Breeze. And I mean, on a full buy as well, Cloud9 Blue, they just are sitting ducks outside of a cave. They're going to be forced onto an eco here. And Breeze, the attacking side, is the favorite side. And right now, NRG are dominating the defense. Viper Spit here ready for We Did. And an opt for EU to help reinforce this side, as EU is going to be good to find one. Now dancing to the backside is We Did. He's going to fall to a jumping lead.
And EU needs to get a second one to make anything worth it here, but Cloud9 invading the sites. They get the frags that they wanted, but not the ones that they need, because Android over there in the mid side getting 2 big ones. Saw him with a leg, and Tex surely can clean up. The spike goes down, and the second one is all too clean. Disaster averted for NRG.
It's Cloud9 who, again, have kind of just been full sending into sites. We haven't seen too many defaults coming out from them, and that was more or less the same. I mean, you don't expect too much, especially with the buy that they had. They'll have the full buy back here, and with 4 ultimates to play with the lockdown, we imagine we might see some controller fought towards halls from Cloud9, where I think that lockdown comes into most effect. If you want to maybe play it for the post plant after Spike has gone down, that could be very viable. But I think for now, Cloud9 once more going to set themselves up for the A hit. They're going to work a slow default to kick things off. Viper's Pit again available, but it's aggression. Poison Orb pop towards B. Now brought back down. They're looking for control. However, Vanity will deny Tex the opportunity. Does he realize a second has slipped through? Not much We Did can do in this position except sit, wait, and hold.
Just a golden setup period over in B main. Can make a whole lot of noise, and there goes the audio.
No way they read that.
What? Did they either get information or that was completely a read? Vanity.
That has to be a read. There's no way, because one slips through and that's Tex. Vanity was there to punish.
Noise.
It's a perfect read, and with 2 kills on the B site, they understand that I'll have drawn rotations. They don't even need to use the ults. That's 5 ults charged up. Vanity being the last one here is NRG broken here in round number 9. It's Cloud9 Blue that have full control of the A-bomb side. I think at this point in time, if you're NRG and you can't find an early pick, you are most certainly considering a save at this point.
Yep, and if C9 keeps the rest of this round clean, they're not forced to use any ultis. This just makes the task for C9 just a little bit tougher going forward. But hey, look at this now. Cloud9 up, pressured, 3v3. Paranoid actually ends up getting 2. There's only 1 in the middle of sight. No, there is 1. It's a lead currently, but he's fully flashed. Has to hug the triple corner. Gonna be able to go down. Now NRG in a 3v2. They have the man advantage somehow. Hunter's Theory goes out a little bit early. Zeta just still trying to cover. Vanity now using the orb and pulling out a snake bite that ends up getting the kill. And this was inevitable. Shock dart lineups and snake bite lineups. It's a 1v1 for EU. He doesn't have time. It's 8 seconds. Out and away goes NRG. That was a great attempt that ends up seeing everyone from Cloud9 dead.
Somehow NRG even put that in the realm of possibility with 2 kills. I have got no idea how they find those 2 kills, but Cloud9 Blue, it got so dicey to the end, and I mean, hopefully this replay covers it all, but this was the start. I mean, Cloud9 find 2 very big opening picks. They nearly deny another, and in this post-plant lineups, we talked about at Cloud9, they had the possibility with Mitch, Nano Swarms, Shock Darts from Zeta, and Vanity Snake Bites to really lock down post-plants, and that's what happens in this situation. Still, a full buyback here for NRG, but with Cloud9 Blue losing all 5 players, we see already scattered by and scattered around here. As once more, Cloud9 Blue looking to work this A side, but that Viper's Fit from We Did is going to ward them off, and we look towards the mid side. It's aggression from, again, Android and Tex.
Remind you, Breeze may be a newer map, but We Did is the OG Viper. Anyone that knows how to manipulate utility to try to hold down a choke point, it's got to be we did here. And just the early Viper's Pit, good idea, very basic one of that. But everyone from Cloud9 currently backing out. They did run into a little bit of pressure. Mitch has all of this information, though. All of that audio, that NRG stomping their way throughout that A side. No one in the mid side, more importantly. This is just allowing C9 to confidently make their way up mid. Som is the only contact. Tex. Oh, waiting for the peek, but Zeppa gets a lineup, and it could be another big one over towards mid. And actually it is. Zeppa gets the trade back. Main advantage now for C9, and it gets even worse. Zeta up close and personal, gets the kill into Weeded, and he's going to be able to plant.
Yeah, as soon as you get those 2 kills. Great call from Cloud9 Blue to understand that that'll cause rotations, and it'll pull Weeded out of his Viper's Pit. Now EU try and pull off the 1v3, but Zeppa ready right behind him. Cloud9 Blue up to 5-5, and it starts with a great start from NOG, getting aggression towards mid, but like you said, Mitch had the audio cue, and that's where the lurk comes back into play on this fight. I don't know how Zeppa finds both these here, but man, a huge double frag to win on this round, and Cloud9 Blue rerouting those back to you. Like I mentioned, you pull Weeded out of that Viper's Pit, and he's going to get caught off guard. 5-5, full buy back in their hands, and it's NRG that will have at least a decent buy moving forward. It's Tex that really has only the leftover credits. He's going to use Bladestorm in this round. It's a big hit for NRG if they lose this one, as Cloud9 Blue back on their feet.
By the way, I like that little 1v2 interaction. You pull out the owl drone, that's a distraction. Your other teammate peeks out from the other angle. Very well done. We go into this now. Vanity waiting up for 2 people rushing, and he takes them both down. NRG, well, they just thought they were slick.
Oh, it's every time there's like an archway and a jet dashes up, their head just gets covered a little bit. It's such an awkward fight because you're sending knives at their feet, and Spit's gonna go down over here towards the B side. I don't think it really matters in this 4v1, however. Som left alone to try and pull the clutch off. He's got a paranoia. I think he's gonna go for this. He'll be on an eco, and that's not the best situation for the last round of this half. You're gonna have to force up. So actually, he's just scurrying around. I think the best case scenario is that he gets a couple of picks and he saves onto this Vandal. I think the biggest thing is that he holds on to this Vandal right now, and Cloud9 Blue, they have enough credits for this last round bye. Som trying to just sneak away into a safe spot, but it's Cloud9 that find the 6th. Again, Vanity on those solo lurks has just been so deadly at finding those frags, and well, once again, Cloud9 Blue off of a late play towards either mid or B is what signifies or solidifies this round in their favor. And NRG, they had a great start in this first half, and now it's starting to slip away. You want to get this 6-6 and last.
It's just a good heads-up play period to even have a lurker on this map, though. I think it's almost basic to have a lurker on this map, or, you know, at least an anchor, even on the attacking side. So I mean, Cloud9 still with a good option select, but this could just get a little bit worse. Again, NRG, they do desperately need this Vandal. Zeppa gets the kill. No rebuy, or there might be a rebuy, yes, but no redistribution. At this point, everyone from NRG, they're just well off on their own to try to buy.
Oh my, you look at that replay. Tex, his head goes above the archway, and I think the first 2 knives actually get stuck into the wall.
Yeah.
6-5, Cloud9 Blue. It's a tragedy there. NRG have been able to muster something because Tex had those credits left over to drop over a handful of rifles. Now Cloud9, it's a 4-man play over here towards A, and they're not ready for it. They actually play a little bit more passive this time around. Empress comes into effect here at Zeppa to try and punish. He's on a big play. They don't check. They don't know. Som goes for back, cancels out the TP, and Zeppa's just won them the round again. One single man in these past 3 rounds have been the changer. One was Vanity, a second was Zeppa, and once more we find ourselves another 3K for the big man, and NRG, it's Weeded, left to try and pull off the 6-6.
Spike planted.
Oh my word, in we go. 1v3 Weeded, and he's pretty much done. Just off of those picks, he goes down in a heap. Lockdown also. Cloud9 Blue alongside Zeppa, of course, able to have yet another successful half. 7-2 with a successful 4-round streak. Leaves Cloud9 with the lead. Folks, we'll be right back with the second half between NRG and C9 here on Breeze.
One enemy remaining.
And welcome on back to the beach side over on Breeze. It's the Summer Championships where we vibe out with NRG versus Cloud9 Blue in the second half of map number 2.
Oh, already Cloud9 Blue going very aggressive in towards A main. They want to take these early fights, and well, they certainly have them. However, NRG, on the other side of the map, we talk about lurks, and well, Leaf has lurked his way in towards defender spawn to catch the other lurk of Som, or apologies, attacker spawn. He should get one. It's a trigger, knows the second, dashing away to throw off his aim, and Leaf just dancing. He knows he can buy time. He just needs his teammates to rotate through, and Som needs to get this kill before from behind he gets struck down. That got a little bit close. Then never almost falling as well. 8-5 for Cloud9 Blue, however, as they kick off the second half with the pistol round win.
And that's already, we can't call it exactly the cliche, but that's just it. If you're at the disadvantage, you just need to win out the pistol round. And especially on Breeze, long range interaction with pistols, not exactly optimal. So Energy is going to make that job a little bit easier for sure, but a little bit more pricey. Full sheriffs down the board on the Chico off this second round. C9 doing just fine. I do actually want to see how they want to keep this next round relatively safe. They put 3 players right into the center of A. 0 issues there. NRG might just fall right where C9 wants them. All 5 from NRG going in one general direction.
Yeah, especially with that nanostorm Zeppa, if he feels too much contact, that'll end up getting popped. Leaf, a little bit labored of a duel. It's Vanity, of course, to come up with a Marshall. And I think you said it on a Haven. This is basically an operator in a second round fourth. No one has armor. Late swing from Midge. Lovely stuff coming out here from Cloud9 Blue. A couple of kills for Android. He is the Sheriff King, I'd say, on this server. So we'll see if he can maybe get a little bit more out of this round. He's already got 3 charges to the ult, but I mean, if there was ever a time to say that someone was in a tricky position, I'd say Android is in a tricky position. He's literally got a pillar to play for.
Yeah, you know what? I think I can definitely agree with the fact that Android is in a tricky position right now.
All right. Yeah. Good to see you on the same page.
Yeah, no. That's why we're doing. That's what we do. Always on the same page. Always on the same timing, folks. C9, at least off of that last round, just keeping things relatively clean. It was expected that Vanity would end up picking up that Marshall, but we still have to anticipate the next round. How does C9 look to adapt against the Vandals? Well, it comes down to the point where they only end up buying 1 rifle. I think Zeta already had that upgraded before, but this is where things could start to hit the fan for NRG. This is must win.
Yeah, you have to win this round out simply because you'll get reset. You give Cloud9 possibly an 11th thereafter.
Here.
And Leaf, this is unorthodox. This is a little bit different. He's getting aggressive. He's gonna pop through. He's getting ready to pop through. No, not like this, Leaf. To take 2 and drop the spike. Where's the trade back? He's been dinked down, but Leaf, he's just gotten out for free. This man is literally Harry Houdini. He steals and he runs. It's Cloud9 in a 5v3.
Dude, call Eddie Guerrero. Leaf, lying, cheating, stealing this entire game, dude. But in we go. Tex still actually able to get 2 back. We did. There you go.
Running.
That's everything. Running away, picking up the spike from the middle of double doors. C9.
I don't think they know.
Didn't. Yeah, no, I don't think they actually know that we did grab spike.
He's got a
And now they
decent
know.
bit of util to play. 2 snake bites, but I hate to say it. I would have hoped that We Did gets aggressive in towards defender spawn, but there's just so many angles for them to come from that I think he's just trying to play this one safe. Poison Orb's about to go down at the worst possible timing as well. And yeah, he's got 3 angles to watch on the B site. If he wants to make the 1v3 happen, it'll have to be here, and it'll have to be now, but he's been spotted out by the recon bolts.
Such a good recon. He's just super high up. Now We Did. Oh, I was actually starting to look a little bit scary. Zeta goes out for the 1v1 interaction, but as always, good trades back from Cloud9. Seems like that has been kind of their specialty throughout these two maps. Always seems like Cloud9 is playing always some sort of buddy system whenever NRG gets an important frag, or even then we have cheesy plays like that. And almost literally, I think I could call that one cheesy Sully. Leap coming into the mid side, go right through a wall. It gets 2.
Literally just full walking it down mid, and you would never have been prepared for that, I think, if you were NRG. And Cloud9, they know they've almost fully reset NRG, but they're gonna go for another buy here. They know the situation they put in. They have to win on this round. Last one was a must win, but if they can win this one, it'll all go back to normal, I guess, for the NRG side. Another lurk up mid, and Leaf. He's walking down the main this time around. Zeta is going to get a whole lot of information, and Vanity's going to play off of that one. He needs to play a little bit safer because he is alone on the B site. You're really just waiting for the timing coming out from Leaf, but in the meantime, on this A site, the duel towards double doors, and they're holding it back to give Leaf this time.
Oh, but Midge has an opportunity to trade, but getting a little bit too close to the sun. Psalm ends up getting him back. Seeker actually finds one over towards double door, and now they know Zeppa's coming up from main, and the flash! No way! He's still alive! Did this miss around the corner? Zeppa finally goes down. If Zeppa stays alive there, I mean, there's always a potential for a frag. Vanity now in a 1v2. He throws out both snake bites at the same exact time.
He does the TP.
Vanity only able to get 1, but does he actually know? He does. There goes the Omen back. He tries to go through the wall, but Vanity holds his own. NRG run right into his crosshair, and it is Cloud9 one step away now from winning another round, or winning another map.
It's so hard to pinpoint what the exact moment was that allowed this round to be in the clutch situation for Vanity, and it felt like Cloud9 Blue had everything. Those Seekers go out at a perfect time for NRG, shutting down Leaf, but it's Zeppa, I think we'll see in this replay, or never mind, it's Vanity, but it's Zeppa that allows this clutch to even happen. Zeppa buying time for Vanity to come in through under bridge, and well, Vanity just gets the timing on 1. Snakebite goes out to force them away, and it's an 11th round here for Cloud9 Blue. NRG, a 6-round gap, and they're going to continue to force, thankfully, due to the kills that they got and that 1 single spike plant, so it's at least enough to muster something, but it is getting rough here for NRG, and they're going to change things up with a 5-man push, but Vanity is already here, and he's got a Viper's Pit and a Poison Orb already lined up.
Get out of my way.
Oh, and C9. There you go. Vanity lined up, Leaf over towards elbow, gets the kill, dude. And once again, we're looking at another round where NRG is off to the back foot at the beginning of the round. And Vanity continues to hold it down. Zeppa in mid. Oh, NRG. Oh, NRG. How I envy you so. Or how I don't, actually. In they go. 2 players over towards elbow. It's a terrible situation for them to be in. Sully, if these last 2 players from NRG aren't able to pull this one out, which I would be surprised if they do, Cloud9 would be 1 round away from another map, and it seems like there hasn't been way too many casualties throughout this game period.
No, none at all. NRG. Android. We're trying to work with EU to get something. I mean, what do you even want in this situation? situation. You want to try and win out the round, and it is still doable with 40 seconds left, and that will make things a little bit easier. However, what site do you go? It's not even a 2-2 split because Zeppa's just hovering on mid. He's going to get the info if they cross to A, and he doesn't get that. 30 seconds left. The call should be soon that Mitch and Leaf make this rotation. In the meantime, Vanity, he's only tossed out one snake bite. Poison Orb will go down here, but he is going to sit in the back site, and he is going to do what he can to hold them back, and if not, he might just be able to win the round on his own.
Oh,
what is...
Doesn't really matter. EU, he pulls out the fake dart. It could have done a whole lot, but Vanity was just ready for it. Unfortunate that the dart goes out before the teammate ends up swinging.
Yeah. You know, that dart's a little cool. I think that's really all I was getting from that.
A little epic.
NRG. It's been nothing but full buy after full buy, and now Cloud9 blue. An opportunity to close things out here. 3 ultimates lined up here. The Viper's Pits, the Hunter's Fury. How do you want to use it to get onto this A site? Because you'll have to use it exceptionally effectively, because look already, Leaf and Zeppa, the dynamic duo that has been throughout these first 2 maps, are already here waiting to greet you.
Yeah. Oh, this is a nasty, nasty surprise. Hello, Leaf. Oh, Leaf gonna be able to get one. Still going through, skating through the back lines. He still has 2 in terms of a target. He actually let one by into the middle of sight, but no, they actually haven't cleaned him up. Som is literally just vibing. Leaf is still gonna be able to get a 3rd. Can he get a 4th? I think most likely he can, but there's